Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I recorded a video actually praising my skills in the last 24 hours, and I received word that the video was missing a very important fact that contributed to my, shall we say, potentially overstated success in Battlegrounds, a mode that at the time of recording this has less than 2 hours left, and by the time that this video hits my channel, it will have 0 things left. By the way, they also said I was in Gamma and now dropped me down to Uru. I have, I guess there was a late push that caused me to go back to Uru 1 versus Uru 3. For those of you that don't remember the video I posted, I was in Gamma 3, but then naturally it went with a late push. Look at this. A late push took me out of it. But I was technically in it for I don't know, until I woke up this morning. Now, this is a great part of this conversation because the reason why I was even in Gamma 3 to begin with is because so few summoners are in Battlegrounds until the very end, if even that. Kabam has a huge problem on their hands because this was supposed to be what funded the future of the game. And now so many people, for so many different reasons, are just flat out either refusing to do it or not caring if they don't make it out of, say, gold. Kabam knows that right now, the only time that they get more participation is when they offer way better rewards than they're currently offering for both individual and alliance participation. Until this changes, there is not going to be a single reason for people to actually care about this. So, personally, I am a bit offended on behalf of the community that Kabam hasn't done more to give people a reason to care. Even these numbers right here, the 2,500 7-star shards, that's not much for Valiant players especially. The rest of this, the trophy tokens matter the most to me, but the difference between those 17,500 and Uru 1, 10,000. That's a huge shift. So everything more than doubles. But if I take a step back and I think about the overall placement of that in terms of stress, if I stay in Uru 1 after 2 hours, which I probably will, I don't have to do another match. I ended on an 8-game win streak. Now, I only did 3 matches of Gladiator Circuit. You can see the victory track versus Gladiator Circuit designation on the screen. But I don't want to risk that. And I don't want to chase things when I have all my Battlegrounds objectives done. So I missed a huge reason why I made it to Gamma ever before I dropped back to Uru 1 based off of my, rating staying what it is. And that is that there's just a historic amount of summoners not playing. And it's Kabam's fault. You can't say to people, oh, you really should care about 1,500 6-star shards. But Kabam would say that it's way too generous for this to be 7-star shards. I don't think it would be. Not at this point in the game. And then my alliance, now given this is pretty pathetic, but we had so many people. I was 6th at 260,000, which is not even that good. We still had 8 to 9 people who didn't even try. And I'm guessing this is not unique to my alliance. I'm guessing there are a lot of alliances who are facing summoners who have these issues. So, overall, I'm pretty shocked by how few people are even caring to make it to Gladiator Circuit, but I don't think that's an indictment of the player base. I think that's an indictment of Kabam and how they have to really buff things. I also think it's worth noting to end this that we have to acknowledge they screwed over Paragon players with a huge Battlegrounds trophy tokens buff for Valiant players, including with Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha. But the 6-star 6 stones, 5,000 trophy tokens gets you 50 every week. Greatest deal in the history of the game. I truly believe that. No exaggeration, no clickbait, just how I feel. Compare that to 500 7-star shards for the price of almost max sigging a 6-star worth of trophy token. I mean, that is wild. I mean, I guess you could say for max sigging, for 50 you get 1,500. But if you were to max sig, which is to max this out, because max sigging is 20,000, because it's 5,000 per 50, for 100 each, that would still only get you 1/3 of a 7-star. Either 1/3 of a 7-star crystal or max sigging a 6-star. That's the difference in trophy token value for Valiant players. How ridiculous is that? It's crazy. And yet that's what we're seeing right now. So YouTube, I missed this. It's not because I suddenly got much better, although I did pretty good. It's because so few people were in Gladiator Circuit to begin with. And now I've addressed that elephant in the room.